time to dust off your favourite chair and sit in front of the big screen TV. Get a drink in your hand because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Your number one host, the Thunder from Down Under, a man on a quest to make money for beer. Can McLean, the hero from the Highlands, take Bromley FC all the way to the Champions League final? Well, let's find out in today's episode of the Youth Edition.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the series finale of the Youth Edition for FC 25. We've been here for 8 seasons with Bromley and we've made it to the Champions League final in our first crack at the Champions League. Now, we are taking on PSG. It's going to be a big fixture, but before we jump into the game, which we are going to have in its entirety, let's just go back and have a look at how the Champions League eventuated. PSG's story is a very interesting one. Right, if we jump all the way back to the league table, where Bayer Leverkusen finished on top with 20 points. We finished in third, so that was a pretty decent effort. And PSG just scrape in 9th position with 13 points. They then go to a playoff where it's a 4-4 aggregate score against Liverpool. They go through on penalties 3-2. So once again, the luck favours the brave and the PSG managed to scrape through into the round of 16. In the round of 16, they draw Fiorentina, which they take out 4-2 on aggregate. And we, of course, beat RB Leipzig 3-1 in the aggregate score. We move through to the quarterfinals. In the quarterfinals, PSG pick up Nice and they destroy them 6-2. We managed to take down Atletico Madrid 3-2 and get into the semi-finals. We hit the semi-finals. PSG draws Frankfurt. We get Barcelona. We go through on penalties 7-6, and PSG knock out Frankfurt 3-1 to make the finals. So PSG, you kind of feel, got a little bit lucky, but they've got momentum, they've got form. And this is going to be a big game here against Bromley to see if the boys and Riley McLean can get up and get that big bastard of a trophy. All right. Right, if we take a quick look at the PSG squad, not sure who will be playing, but this way we can check out their ratings. Thank you to a few mods. They've got Bakayoko, 88 rated right winger. João Felix is still there, 84, left winger 32. They've got Hugo Hardy, a French striker, 85 rated. Gapco's there at 86, but he's 33. Husni's 76, and Wesley an 84 left winger. So it's a relatively small squad, but you know, all high 80s as you would expect. In the midfield, they've got Ahmad, 85 rated. Benissa, 84, central defensive midfielder. Gonzalez, 85. So it's a kind of an aging squad here. Diouf, 75. Xavi Simons, 29 years of age, 89 rated. Okay. Varella's in there at 84. And Yamashita, 72. In defense, Ahmed, 70. Probably won't get the minutes. Bernal, 71. Alphonso Davies is there, 87 rated. Bremer, 35 years old, 88 rated. And Ruben Diaz, 35, is 88 rated. So we're definitely the spring chickens in this competition. But Fernandez, 76. Robin, 73. Kraft, 73. So I'm not sure who they're going to play at right back. They might have a little bit of an issue there unless one of the midfielders takes up that role. And between the sticks, it's Donnarumma, 33, 91 rated. So, yeah, he's going to be a tough one to deal with in this Champions League final. Right then, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is the final, 85, 84, 84, 5-star PSG. Hardy up top. They've gone with Fernandez at right back. Okay, there might be a chance to break that one down. A 4-3-3 flat. Kraft is out with a red card. They start Xavi on the bench, which is an interesting one. Yeah, okay. Donnarumma between the sticks, but of course, we do know that this might not be the lineup that goes out. It's the probable lineup, as EA have come back and said. So, yeah, well done. Tiki-taka, tactical preset. So they're going to try and pass that ball around, and we're going to have to break them down if we want to win the Champions League. All right, this is how we're going to line up with Gregorian and Lozano up top. Noyakin, De Villa, both 88 rated, starting in the cam rolls. Mensu, Freddie Moss, he's been an absolute legend in this side. McEwen, Azevedo, Mambo at an 89, De Jong 86. I kind of thought Wilshere would have come through, but we're going to play it on merit and rating here. McNeil at a 94. He's only at 76% fitness. On the bench, Taha 86, Bradshaw 85, Lorin 84, Balaska 82, Jessup, Wilshere, Dewey, Vollenweider, and Jean-Luc Leroy is just fit enough. He's just come back from his injury, and he can start on the bench as well. Reserves, well, we know about those lads, but I don't think any of those need to slip in here. I mean, it'll be very lucky if we do see Leroy, but I think Bradshaw and Taha deserve some minutes, maybe Loren as well. They've done a lot of work to get us here. Balaska could chip in if it goes to extra time, but I think these lads should be able to get it done. We've got the fitness, we've got the sharpness. It's time to have a crack at the Champions League. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go at the Estadio Metropolitano Stadium. PSG and Bromley FC Champions League final. There's the big trophy we're playing for. And hopefully Bromley can get the job done. And it's going to be magnificent if Bromley can get it done. PSG, of course, we've played them a few times over the years. In fact, we've done a series with PSG with a relegation regen rebuild series. But yeah, it's a big fixture. We haven't been in the best of form. We've just got slapped by Leeds 4-1, and that was predominantly the first team. So we're going to have to show up here, although we've been pretty good in this competition. But it'll be interesting to see who stands tall in this fixture today. Will it be that man there, Gregorian? Will Lozano get off the leash? He's been a little bit quiet in the second half of the season, coming back from injury. Minsu's been in some pretty good form. Ben McNeil loves a clean sheet. And Mambo has been tremendous through the big fixtures as well. It's a Champions League final. Paris versus Bromley. Who will come out on top? Simon Lozano just looking around, not quite sure if he's meant to be here or not. Yeah, you're going to get the job done, big man. Don't even worry about it. As we just go through the formalities, there is the shine of the cup. Of course, we don't play the Champions League music or we will get done for copyright, but there is the starting lineup for PSG. Hardy up top. Donnarumma's going to be big between the sticks. And they do start with Xavi on the bench, so look to see his influence when he does check into the game. And they look fit. And they look ready to go. Big Donnarumma, always tough to break down. He's a big unit between the sticks. Doesn't even fit in the frame. And the Bromley lads, well, we'll get their team photo. Who will stand up today? Who's going to be the big man on campus to get us through? Who will be making the difference and try and get us the trophy? And of course, there is the lineup as we've seen previously. McNeil between the sticks. Mambo and Azevedo really partnered up well. Minsu is huge. Noyakin and De Vea can really shape it up, and hopefully Lozano can get on the end of one today. Be nice to see the big man. But here we are, we're ready. The Champions League final is about to get underway. Bromley and Paris Saint-Germain. Let us do this. Hardy kicks it off. Bentancur to Nico. Back to Benassa. Off to Varela. Looks forward. Wesley. Quick pass on. Back to Benassa. They're trying to play through the midfield. Varela has Freddie Moss to deal with. He looks out wide and finds Davies. Cuts back inside. Quick fire passing here. The gate opens up. And it's a good save from Ben McNeil. Less than 3 minutes gone and PSG completely on the front foot. Corner now. PSG setting up. Waiting. The specialist to get into the box. De Jong sets himself. And try and get this one clear. Ruben got in there. De Jong fires forward and Noyakin might be able to sprint. The counter-attack comes. De Vea's pushed ahead. Noyakin tried to play it through. Tries to fire back and well, there's a free kick on the play. De Jong plays on quickly. There's Azevedo. Just need to shape it out wide for the Scotsman in McEwen. Minsu wants it, gets it, plays it back inside De Vea, the hero of the semi-final. Back off for Minsu, finds Noyakin, lays it through, has Lozano, pulls the trigger, and it's fucking 1-0 Bromley. Simon Lozano lights it up here, 7.5 minutes gone. Picks up his 17th goal of the campaign. And it's some wonderful football here from Bromley. Moyakin feeds it inside, and it's a big finish from the big Uruguayan. Well, if Bromley can take this home tonight, it will definitely be on the piss. McLean will have about 16 cartons of tenants ready to go. But Lozano gets us underway. 1-0 to Bromley. And 7 goals in 13 matches isn't a bad effort considering he was injured for, what, 3 or 4 months this year. And we head back to the middle. PSG with work to do. Bromley have the lead. Nico. It's corralled by Gregorian. Plays it back to Ruben Neves and now out to Varela. Gregorian doing some work here defensively. It's a little bit wet out there. Inside, Benison, they're just trying this quick tiki-taka passing, which might break us down eventually, but McEwen there to pick it off, and here's Big Mambo. Plays it forward, finds De Jong. Plays it off, Moyakin. Back inside, Minsu to De Jong. Free-flowing football here from Bromley. Gregorian trying to play it through, good from Ruben Neves. Davies comes away to Varela, and Varela off to Benison. Through the middle, Nico. Bakayoko. Big move from Mambo. De Jong lays it off. Minsu plays it inside. De Villa to Azevedo. That's a poor pass. Didn't think his way through it. Wesley has it. Azevedo cleans up his bullshit. And here's McEwen. Through the middle. Eyes off a pass. Minsu can lay it out wide now. There's De Jong. Tried to play it inside. Picked out by Fernandez. Moyakin's got to get over. Fernandez plays it forward. Down the wing to Nico. Into Benison and quickly on for Bakayoko. Back to Varela. There's Hardy, the man to watch. Varela looks to push inside. Freddie Moss closed the gate. Wesley quick pass finds Nico. Here they come. There's Hunt. Good block from Mambo and the shot's wide from Hardy. 21 minutes gone here in the first half. Ben McNeil is going to put his foot through this one. No point lying around. We've got the box seat. Ben McNeil steadies the side, gives us a breather. Plays it short. Azevedo. Through the middle. Yoon Min Soo takes his man on. Keeps driving forward. And tried to lay it through for Gregorian, but his run had gone early. Pretty much can't hit Varela. Benessa back to Varela and now off to Hardy. Starting to get a little bit of free-flowing football here, PSG. Bakayoko, lovely from Azevedo. Steps in, takes the ball. That's fucking mine. There's Moss. Off to McEwen. Has to hold it up. Nothing really on offer, and he's been corralled. And decides to retreat all the way to Ben McNeil. All the Scotsmen's combining here with some quick tiki-taka passing of themselves. There's Mambo. Azevedo. Back to Mambo. And out wide now for De Jong. De Jong pushes forward. Minsu in support, but De Jong just tries to pull a man wide. Moyakin's pushing forward as well. De Jong takes it on. De Jong, the man in the pink gloves, pushes his way inside. Can lay it off. Moyakin shoots. It gets stopped. Cleared away by Davies. Minsu should get in there. No, Varela clears. Here's Wesley. Freddie Moss in pursuit. Along the wing. Big tackle from the skipper. 31 gone here in the first half. Thrown in quickly by PSG. Bremer finds Davies into the middle, finds Benessa, now off to Nico. Nico back to Benessa, quickly into Hardy and back to Benessa. Quick tiki-taka football here from PSG. They're trying to light it up with possession, trying to find an opening. Hardy does. Azevedo was there and did just enough work. Ben McNeil throws it out quickly. Here's De Jong, plays it on, finds Moyakin, quickly on for Gregorian. He can try and do something, but he's taken out here. And what has the referee got to say about it? Gregorian absolutely upended. And the ref is going to pull out a yellow. The cheese and cheddar is out for Ruben Diaz. And we'll get a free kick in not a bad area as Gregorian was taken down. Well, just trying to skip around, but the stud's up. Yellow card for Ruben Diaz. And Bromley with a chance. Not too far out. Now it looks like Gregorian's going to try and step up here. Is he the man to do it? Would have been nice to have Reece Bradshaw on the pitch. But Gregorian looks pretty determined with himself. Can he do something? It is a long way out. It's going to take a big effort here to test Donnarumma. But Gregorian will have a crack. Whips it. Oh, he's gone down the middle. Not enough power on that one. 37 minutes gone. Donnarumma rolls it out. Well, that's a little bit dangerous, then goes for the quick clearance. Mambo should have this one. No, Hardy beats him in the air. Min Soo patrolling. and then played deep and forward. That's an interesting pass, easy for Ben McLean. 5 minutes until half time. As PSG look to put on some pressure, but De Jong cool as a cucumber. Freddie Moss out wide. There's McEwen. Fires forward. Neujakin can look to deliver. Back stick for Gregorian. Oh, it's not on target. Unlucky from the Armenian. Cracking ball from Neujakin into the box, but well, couldn't get it down. Donnarumma to resume proceedings. Plays this one short. PSG very tentative, but when they do get flying, it's very dangerous. McEwen does well. Here's De Vea, lays it off quickly. Freddie Moss can look for an opening. Finds Yoon-Min Soo. He got taken out and trying to pull the trigger. Probably should have taken the free kick. Freddie Moss tries to recover. Azevedo does. A minute of stoppage time. And De Vea can sort of just run this one down. Brings it back inside. Freddie Moss to Min Soo. Plays it inside. Gregorian. Lozano. Oh, geez, he put his foot through it. Nowhere near the target. But there's half time. 1-0 in favour of Bromley. Well, taking a quick look at the match facts at half-time. It's been possession for Bromley. 6 shots to 5. I guess PSG have had a lot more passes, but 9 tackles there from Bromley. 2 saves for Ben McLean. And just looking for a little bit more action here in the second half. The shot accuracy hasn't been the best for both sides. Who will grab the ball by the horns here in the second half? Who wants that Champions League title? Let's head in to the second half. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Second half kicks off. Gregorian playing it back quickly. Yoon-Min Soo plays it off to De Jong. Bromley would like a second here just to steady the ship. You know PSG will come eventually. Freddie Moss pass intercepted, but Neujakin found Gregorian trying to push his way through, but good defense there. PSG comes away here through Davies. Lozano trying to make a nuisance of himself, holds him up. And, anything to take down the minutes on the clock. De Vea into the middle. Neujakin can try and sprint on. He doesn't get there. Ruben Neves clears. Bakayoko, long searching ball. There's no one there. McEwen will have it, and he can feed it away for the Mexican in De Vea. De Vea down the wing, takes on Davies, pushes his way forward, into the pocket, will cut back, looks inside. He's got Neujakin, lays it off for Yoon-Min Soo, pulled the trigger early. Good block from Ruben Neves. And away through Benissa. There's Hardy. Out to Bakayoko. De Jong with him. And gets the tackle in. Lovely from De Jong. And resets. Back to Ben McLean. De Jong now. Plays this one forward. Yoon-Min Soo on the charge. Neujakin trying to push through. Good thinking from Min Soo. Here's De Vea. Drives his way in. A little bit of trickery, but Benissa got back. And they get it away for Hardy. It's a quick transition from PSG. And De Jong's got to put some work on here. Mambo as well. Bakayoko. Mambo patrols well. Min Soo can't get in there, but Freddie Moss. Oh, a couple of rough touches here from Freddie. Min Soo. Well, he'll play it forward and has Neujakin on the charge. There is the Mongolian. Drives his way forward. Lifts it up. Wants Gregorian. Oh, taken off his foot. Played away quickly. Benissa will look to sprint it wide. Finds Bakayoko. No one there really marking him, and he's allowed to persist on the wing. Back through the middle. Varela meets Min Soo head on. Gets past him. Benissa back to Varela. They play it inside. Here's Hardy. The back line needs to be set up. Back to Nico. Off to Varela. Freddie Moss trying to cover, trying to patrol. Min Soo looks inside. Here's Hardy. Mambo tried. Azevedo solid as a rock, and Min Soo gets us away. Here's Neujakin. Loves to take his man on. Freedom of the horses, and finds De Jong. De Jong doesn't have the pace. Gets it forward for Gregorian. Gregorian will have to cut back. Look inside. Watch Lozano. Bremer clears. And PSG under fire. Back to Donnarumma. Out wide to Davies. Come back through the middle. Loving that middle passing line is PSG. Good from De Vea. Tried to get in there. Wesley picked it out. And he'll push down the wing. De Vea really starting to tie here. 70 minutes gone. Good from McEwen. Good defense from Bromley. Min Soo takes off again. He's got De Jong in support. Pushes wide. Can look back inside. Lays it off. Min Soo to De Vea. Gets it forward. Lozano finds Gregorian. Can he get the shot away? No. Brilliant defense from PSG again. I mean, this one's looking like a 1-0. Both teams just really set up defensively. Benissa through the middle. Tries to get past Minsu, holds him up well. De Vere out wide, needs to get into this game. Davies, back to Benessa. He's had a lot of touches, as has Nico. Back to Benessa, they're trying to set something up here. Minsu holds the line, off to Hardy. Azevedo does brilliantly. He's been special today. Big effort from Wesley to hold him up though. 14 gone, changes coming. PSG making the changes, nothing from Bromley as yet. Only McLean putting the faith in, but Xavi's just checked in. There's De Vere. Yoon Min-soo out wide. Oh, that's vision to find De Jong. And he's got an acre of space. Can drive his way forward. You can look here. He looks very deep. Once Lozano doesn't get to him, Loyaka needs to turn here. Varela gets back. Bakayoko can look for Simmons, but no, he's gone wider, in fact, for Wesley. PSG starting to find a little bit of extra momentum. De Vere with a good tackle with 10 minutes to go. Oh, it's a poor form from De Vere. Just handed the ball away. Xavi, Simmons lays it off. Bakayoko, Minsu trying to cover the space. Ball comes in deep. Who's getting there? Well, Ben McNeil. Rolls out quickly. Wanted Lozano picked out. Xavi having an influence. And there's a free kick on the play. It is for Bromley with 6 odd minutes to go. Azevedo. Freddie Moss plays it forward. Has De Vere. Hold it up. Not find what he wants. He's just going to get shut down. Back to Freddie Moss. Finds McEwen quickly inside. Noyakin. And back off for De Vere. He's got an opening. And it's a good save from Donnarumma. 3 minutes to go. Corner for Bromley as they make another change. You'd think Joe Vulic should have been in from the start. But, he's on now. Gets a couple of minutes here in a Champions League final. We go to the corner. De Vere. Looking for an option in the box. Lifts it up. Mambo! Oh, he got the header, but it's not on target. All right, Donnarumma to resume. And Bromley just looking to get through this now. Holding on to this incredible 1-0 lead. It was done early. Although they'd love another one. Noyakin will never back down from a fight. He tries to drive something in here for Lozano. Whips it down for Gregorian, who shots wide. And only a minute of extra time. Not a lot of stoppages in this one. No, just a little bit of time wasting with Reece Branshaw and Nolan Lorin. They've been here since season 1. Getting a chance to run out here for what is an odd minute in the Champions League final. Just to be out there and celebrate. And surely we can hold on. Minsu wins this one down, and there's the whistle. Bromley does it, not convincingly, but we get the job done defensively. A 1-0 win in the Champions League final. This is why we build a youth squad, to make it here and get the job done. 1-0 will take it. Always like a tight battle. But geez, we've built some superstars over this one. Some of the likes that we may never see again. Different areas of specialization for sure in this squad. Is Ben McNeil the best goalkeeper we've ever seen? Riley McLean was very good, but I mean, Ben McNeil, 8 golden gloves in 8 seasons, 94 rated. A pretty big effort, and he did win us a lot of games with those clean sheets. Strike force, probably not as prolific as what we've seen over the years on the youth edition, the likes of Dylan Allen, Thor Gunnarsson, Traore Kone, but you can't fault the lads for sharing it around with a 2-striker up top effort. Gregorio, we've sort of shifted things around. I guess the stalwart is Reece Bradshaw. He had a prolific season, 21 odd goals. So, yeah, we just kind of shared it around with the injuries and the likes. Freddie Moss, well, I wasn't sure he was going to still be here at the end, but he's just the cog. He's the anchor man. Noyakin looks pretty good. De Vere solid as well. And to bring De Jong back, I thought Wilshere might have taken him over, but De Jong held his nerve and held his own and played his form. And Big Mambo, I mean, geez, he went out of the club a couple of times, I think, on loan and the likes, but he is very solid now, as is Azevedo. Sometimes you've just got to put the faith in them and just let them marinate and become a more well-rounded player to see what they're really worth. But we are the Champions League winners. We've done the double. The Carabao Cup unfortunately couldn't do the Premier League. Dropping points there to Leeds kind of cost us, but I mean, this is a pretty decent team that we've built. We are the champions of Europe in Season 8. Taking a look at the final max facts, it's 52% possession for Bromley. We managed 10 shots to 6. I mean, the shot accuracy not quite there. 2 saves from both keepers. They had a lot of passing, but it looks like we had a bit more pressure with our tackles. We come out 1-0 winners in the Champions League final. All right, Noyakin is an 8.4 with the assist, but it's Ben McNeil is the player of the match with an 8.4 as well. Clean sheet, did enough. 3 dribbles and 7 passes today. So playing that back line well. Freddie Moss an 8.1. It's more our defensive efforts here that have sort of just set up this victory. Lozano got us the goal to get us the win, of course, but I mean, the defenders are the ones with the higher ratings and more touches. De Vere had a pretty quiet game to his standards. Gregorian, not a lot of touches, and Lorena Bradshaw checked in at the end just to be a part of the celebrations. But there we go, Champions League winners. Right then, it is time to celebrate. We are the champions, this time not of the Premier League, but we've got that big Champions League and just the little Carabao Cup there sitting on the side. Of course, we won the Community Shield as well. I'm sure they just strapped that to the back bumper of the bus, but the boys once again getting the celebration through downtown South London in front of the fans. Good effort from the lads. Some more silverware and yeah, Champions League winners. That's all we can ask for in the Youth Edition series. Well done, lads. Let's get on the tenants. Right then, we're going to close out the season. I think it's more than fair to sign up these youngsters. So Blair Murray, let's get him promoted to the senior team. Majid from Morocco gets a contract as well. And so Gelly can be promoted. Get some youngsters in. Right then, let's take a look at how the squad finishes up here for the Youth Edition. Ben McNeil this season up 5 to a 94. He's only 25 years old, so he's probably even still got some more growth in him. 64 appearances this season with 26 clean sheets and some very good ratings. 99 diving, 92 handling, 89 kicking, 99 reflexes, 50 speed and 88 positioning. Very good sweeper keeper, goalkeeper. Just looks the goods, doesn't he? Solid keeper, cross claimer. Ah, yes, legend. Right, Peyton Chataway up 7 to an 82. Currently out on loan at Manchester United. He's only 19. He's played 23 games this season. The 4 clean sheets for the 19-year-old, so looks pretty solid to come through as a backup. Blair Murray has just come up from the academy, an exciting prospect. Obviously didn't play any games, but cross-claimer, 1v1, close down, far reach and deflector. Yeah, he could be special in another 8 seasons. And Borthwick is out on loan, up 5 to a 69. What's he looking like? Not too shabby, so definitely some goalkeepers here for the future for Bromley if we ever do bring this save back. Peter de Jong up 3 to an 87, 24 years of age, 39 appearances, 1 assist, 16 clean sheets while he was out there, 93 pace, 53 shooting, 78, 76, 83 defending, and 80 physical. Not sure how much growth he's got left in him, but yeah, definitely played his part. He must have just hit 87 in the last week or so. Lennon Wilshire up 4 to an 86. He's just chasing de Jong's tail. Every time de Jong goes up 1, Wilshire's right there. He's got the potential to be special. He's only 21, so you'd figure he would catch him eventually. 45 appearances, 4 assists. Probably a little bit more rapid and physical, playing that CDM role as well. Definitely helped out his season. Edgecombe up 3 to a 79, an exciting prospect. The 23 appearances, 1 assist for him. Yeah, definitely serviceable. Mwanza's out on loan. He went up 8 to a 70. That's pretty decent. 86 pace for a left back. Solid for the youngster. Azevedo up 2 to an 87, 23 years of age, 6'5", 40 appearances, 1 goal, 1 assist. He's got 87 pace, 90 defending, 92 physical. We trained him a lot in the CDM role, and that's how I managed to get the pace. It's quite hard to bring that up in a centre back. So yeah, I trained him as a CDM and then trained him as that new sort of, was it half winger for a while there, and that sort of helped his pace increase. Yeah, press proven, intercept, ping pass, solid lad. Let's have a look at Mutombo Mambo, 23 as well, 6'6". Yeah, he came back very solid, 41 appearances, got that final goal. Mambo number 5. He's only got the 78 pace, but he is a big beast at the back. Callum Anderson up 4 to an 80, serviceable most of the time, 26 appearances, a few brain farts over his career, 83 pace, 79 defending and 80 physical. So, you know, handy to have these kind of backups at around the 80 mark that can do a job. Bam Bang Dewey from Indonesia, up 3 to an 80. Still only 18, 25 appearances, 9 clean sheets. He's got some pace and just sort of figured out how to train the pace a bit better over the last few seasons in the career mode. Stein Jorgensen out on loan, up 4 to a 68, only 17 of course. He's got a bit of work to go, the man from Greenland. And Marcelo Medina, 68 up 4, centre back, 6'3". Yeah, he's well underdone at 17. Ethan McEwen, potential to be special. He's only 21. He's still only 21. 87 up 3. 43 appearances, 2 assists, 98 pace, 90 defending, 84 physical. An absolute relentless beast at right back, and probably played a silent role in this team. We didn't see him a lot, but he was always there when needed. And yeah, very good effort from Ethan McEwen. His understudy, Andren Vollenweider, 19. So 2 years back, and Jesus, 8, 9 odd rating, but he went up 4. He's an exciting prospect, 25 appearances, a goal and an assist. So yeah, good understudy there. Joshua Pretorius, a South African right back, up 5 to a 72. He's out on loan. He's got some pace, but no play styles. And of course, we've got Blaise Cabayu, 72, up 6 on loan at Swansea, 83 pace. Might be doing something in the future. Patrick Janasic up 5 to a 66. He's got pace as well, so these wingbacks definitely have some pace. And we move into the midfield. Captain Courageous, Freddie Moss, up 2 to an 85. Did have some big injuries over his career. 30 appearances, 1 assist this season. Just about finishing his growth by the looks of things. 82 pace, 82 defending, and 87 physical. He was the anchor of the midfield. His partner in crime, Yoon Min Soo, 87 up 4 for the South Korean, 42 appearances, 4 goals, 6 assists in all competitions, 83 pace, 81 passing, 88 physical. He's an absolute weapon in that midfield. Logan Yassip, I mean, he was serviceable. Up 3 to a 78, showing great potential still. 30 appearances, 3 assists, a little bit slow, but does manage to get the job done. And of course, Ariko Ziziba from Zimbabwe, 78 up 4, showing great potential, 25 appearances for 2 assists. Yeah, these are the kind of players that you need to fill out your squad. They don't complain too much about game time with the rotations, but they can still play a role, and that's what you need in a Champions League winning squad. Gonzalo Falcao out on loan, up 3 to a 70. Might be good. Bit low on pace at the moment. Skaug up 8 to a 74, exciting prospect, the Norwegian, only 18, probably could have done with a loan spell, but we just had to keep a few players around with the amount of injuries that were coming through. He had the 9 appearances, got himself an assist, and could be you know, a good bench player in the future. Eric Chilakwinga up 2 to a 68, he's on loan. Good physical, that's about it at the moment, but only 18. Benema, 18 years of age, on loan at FC Lugano, up 2 to a 69. Looks pretty well rounded, and he's got a lot of play styles, so might help him out. Next up is Bogan Noyakin, the 24-year-old, up 2 to an 88. He has submitted a transfer request. We've got him on a loan request. If you do have mods, that can be something that you can look at, where if they submit a transfer request, you can go in and change it to a loan instead of a full transfer. and that might help you out through that. But currently not happy with his contract. We can't do anything about that. But he had a pretty good season, even though he was injured for some of it. 29 appearances, 8 goals, 8 assists, 94 pace, 87 shooting, 91 dribbling. Tiki-taka rabbit first touch. I mean, did some really good things over the entirety of this career mode. Nolan Laurent, well, the Canadian, geez, didn't he get some work done? 84 up 1, 47 appearances, 4 goals, 13 assists, always getting those assists. 80 pace, 75 shooting, the dribbling was there, and once again, another good player just to have coming off the bench in the late stages. Got us through the early period, did some good stuff, and stuck around till the end, which is good to see. Zeus Palaska, up 3 to an 82, had some special moments, 36 appearances, 7 goals and 7 assists in all competitions, 93 pace and 86 dribbling. Jeez, he's got a bit of lightning in him. Gael de Villa, the Mexican, 88 up 2, has that something special indeed. 42 appearances, 6 goals, 10 assists in all competitions, 94 pace, 91 dribbling, and that semi-final really put him in the history books. Something 77 overall, had a massive injury this year. What was he out for about 9 months? ACL. Still an exciting prospect. 4 appearances, 1 assist. Still has a little bit of pace, but yeah, it's probably dropped away with that big injury. Celso Manhica, 75 up 4, out on loan. He's got some pace and dribbling for an 18-year-old. And Goran Sadiki up 4 to a 73. He's on loan at Rangers. Some good pace. Passing, dribblings coming along nicely. Christopher Van Acker probably just rotted away a little bit on the bench. Could have tried to utilize him a little bit more, the Belgian. We do have a lot of cams in this squad. He's an exciting prospect. Just the 8 appearances, 80 pace, 73 dribbling, and coming along slowly. Oleg Konsikova, up 4 to a 69, the central attacking midfielder. Another one out on loan, 80 pace, 72 dribbling, 18 years of age. And we bring up Kasim Majin. He's potential to be special. Well, give us another 8 years and we might see this lad tearing it up. What's he got in his locker? 75 pace, incisive pass, long ball pass, tiki-taka flair. Yeah, he could have been good. Get in Sekeli, up 1 to a 63, potential to be special as well. 73 pace, whipped past trickster and press proven. Not bad for a cam. Helston's leaving at the end of the season. He's going to FC Sion. The right winger, up 1 to a 66, didn't get a look in. 87 pace, that's about all he's got. And we didn't see him in action. Reece Bradshaw, I mean, talk about an unsung hero. There was nothing to him in season 1, and we've seen these over the campaigns. It's always nice to see one that comes through. Not a lot of hope, but that new dynamic potential that we've seen over the last few years helps these lads out. Reece Bradshaw hitting an 85 overall, up 4 again this season. I mean, he helped us through season 1 and 2. I thought he was done, and then all of a sudden, it just kicked. What's he got? 38 appearances, 21 goals, 7 assists, 86 pace, 87 shooting. I mean, he started as a cam, and technical first touch, press proven. Not really something that you'd expect for a striker, but geez, he got the job done, didn't he? Next up, it's Big Simon Lozano, up 2 to an 88. 25-year-old, 6'4". Just the 30 appearances, a lot of injury, but still 17 goals and 6 assists is a decent output. 89 pace, 89 shooting. You would have thought his physical was a bit more. He had power header, first touch and aerial, but unfortunately with FC 25, nothing in the air really means anything. He would have been a real powerhouse if he could actually cross in this fucking game. Next up is Aram Gregorian, up 2 to an 87. He left the club, but we brought him back. We needed a striker, and he did get the job done. 43 appearances, 19 goals, 14 assists. Play that poacher role perfectly. 92 pace, 87 shooting, 85 dribbling, chip shot, rapid, acrobatic. And yeah, he's finished growing, but, well, played his part perfectly. Barco Taha, not happy with his playtime now, but he's up 1 to an 86, the big Egyptian. He went through ebbs and flows, ups and downs, but was pretty stable at the end there. 29 appearances for 13 goals, 14 assists, 94 pace, 86 shooting, 77 physical, some good dribbling, and yeah, probably needed some more chances, but we got a lot of strikers here in very high, good form. Jean-Luc Leroy, only 19, potential to be special, 84 up 4. The big fridge, 15 appearances for 5 goals, even though he was only here for half a season and had injuries. 84 pace, 90 shooting. He's already got 90 shooting. He's going to be a weapon in the future. He'll probably overtake Lozano, Gregorian, Taha, and Bradshaw, but hasn't had enough time to marinate. Isak Bjorgvinsson, geez, he served a role. Up 5 to a 69. His contract's expiring in a year, but he had the 13 appearances for 4 goals and 2 assists. I mean, for a young 18-year-old, geez, that's not bad. 77 pace, 72 shooting. Out on loan, Isaiah Mafnus, 65 up 4, currently at Cincinnati. He's got pace, that's about it. Lukosius is 63 up 2, out on loan. Doesn't have a lot there, but I mean, they're only 17. Sometimes they just exponentially grow. And the final one is Eddie Sesse, up 3 to a 67, out on loan. He's got some pace behind him as well. And that is the squad at Bromley here in the final episode. Right, we've got all the former players shortlisted as well, so we'll quickly just punch through this and see how the growth eventuated. Anderson there at a 55, didn't really do too much. Bartlett, Sinclair, Ayala at a 60, Gaboko, Barrera, McGuenzi at a 63, Mitchell 64, Conda, Torfa, Greco, geez, these are some names from the past. Dexter Farmer 65, Stark, Armfield at a 66, Sigerson 67, Holt, Rolando, Burke, Reggie Davis 67, Eddie Mitchell only, man, there was so much potential for the young Jamaican, and he finishes at a 68, Boonme 68, Habib, Okpara, Bronheim, Banavong, Jamie Bingham 69, Mackenzie 69, he didn't grow too much. Reynolds, Lukic, Brojek only a 70, Coronado, Waite 70, Zigrin we've just sent, Sigbinson, oh, he's got a bit of a jump there to 71, Pedersen, Yassine, Kavanagh, Davida Shavilli only a 71, I thought he would have grown a bit more than that. Charlo Afuna, Benoit, Dwayne Williams 72, still playing at the Steelers. The poor lad. Sharma, Barcelos, Montoya, 72. De Groot, Diaz, Israelov, Capelong, 72. He was serviceable. Tave Taylor, 72 from season 1. Boozer, Zui, Wright, Zukov, Duffy, Kravstov, Bartosz, 73. Aubergine, only 73. Chizani, Beltran, 74. Would have liked to see a bit more growth in him. Jabbar, Hopkins, Hugo Andrew at a 74. Senka, Payne, Cartensen, Deprez, Mustafa, Harry Mason, 75, still at Sheffield. Tanga Topodo, 75 at Stoke. Petit is at Tottenham, 77. Sweeney, that's some good growth, 77, only 19. Backlund, geez, we had high hopes for him, and he just died in the arse, 77. Antano Bula, still a 77. Byrne, Pandev, 77. He's only 19. He's going to be big. Gilbert Ali, get in, lad, 78. Kramers at an 80, still at Huddersfield. You'd think he would have got a promotion. Hodgins at Tottenham as well, 81. Cairo Edwards, 83. Ashbridge is an 83. Nkonga, 83. Summerfield, 87 at Brighton and Hove Albion. Oh my days. De Guzman's at Leicester City, and he's the top-rated player that left. He left in January. I think he was, 86 or 87, so he's got some big growth there. 90 overall for De Guzman. Wow. Right, objective-wise, well, we did win the Champions League. We did nothing in the FA Cup. We didn't win... Wait. Yep, we did win. Youth development, we didn't do for once. Brand exposure, nope, get fucked. And financially, stuff your wages. Right, so this season, oh, geez, look, we beat Leeds 2-0 in the Community Shield, so that was our first piece of silverware. FA Cup was won by Newcastle over Arsenal 1-0. We took out the Carabao Cup at 2-1 over West Ham, so that was our first real trophy for the season. And of course, we won the Champions League 1-0 over PSG. Lille won the Europa League over Dortmund 2-1, and Porto beat Borussia Mönchengladbach 3-1 in the Conference League final. Quick look at the Championship. Brentford, Nottingham Forest coming up. A playoff between Burnley, Sheffield, Stoke and Middlesbrough. Relegated down to League One, Preston, Reading and Peterborough. League One won by Charlton Athletic with Plymouth Argyle. There'll be a playoff there. And relegation is Barrow, Stevenage, Northampton and the Tranmere Rovers. MK Dons rise along with Carlisle United and Crawley Town. There was a playoff, and the worst team in England right now, as usual, is the Prawns. It's Morecambe. And of course, in the Premier League, we did finish in second, 3 points behind Arsenal, so we will have qualified for the Champions League again. Of course, we won the Champions League, so we qualify anyway. Unfortunately relegated, Everton, Wolves, and Southampton. Right then, before we wrap up proceedings, let's take a look at the career of Riley McLean as a manager. We start in the 24-25 season. The board wanted us to finish mid-table in League 2, and we managed to really go nuts, and we got promoted in our first season, finishing second with a pretty decent record. Season number 2, it was avoid relegation as we moved into League 1. Had a pretty rough season, finishing in 16th position, but just dipping our toes into League 1. Season 3 came along, it was finished mid-table. League 1, what did we do? Well, we finished mid-table. We finished in 7th, and that's when we sold Summerfield for only 3.1 million. Don't forget, he went on to become 87 rated. Season 4, it was fight for promotion. We didn't really do too much in the cups, but we managed to win the league, and we had to sell De Jong. He went to Man City for 3.6 million. We finished first, and we get promoted to the championship. Season 5, Bromley had to avoid relegation once again with their first season in the championship. Bula went for 3 million, and we managed to finish 5th in a pretty good campaign. And we went through the promotional playoff final. And that meant that we were straight into the Premier League. It was avoid relegation again. We brought De Jong back for 22 million, and we managed to finish mid-table, 9th. Not a bad effort, considering that we probably thought we were going to get relegated, but a big effort from Ben McNeil once again. Golden Glove. Next season, it was finished mid-table. We brought Gregorian in. We needed some goals, 50 million. Ashbridge wanted to leave, so we sold him for 44. And bang, we went and won the Premier League to qualify for the Champions League. A pretty decent effort there to pick up the Premier League title in only our second season. Finally, the 31-32 season, they wanted us to finish in the Champions League spot, win all the cups, do whatever we could. Well, we won the Champions League, we won the Community Shield, we went out in the third round of the FA Cup, but we won the Caramel Cup, and we finished second in the Premier League. No Manager of the Month awards, no Manager of the Year awards. We sold De Guzman for 121 million. He's probably worth more than that now. And we finish in second at 64 games, 38 wins, 17-9. We scored 112 goals in the final season. We've seen a lot more than that on previous campaigns, but a pretty decent effort. So overall, 1 club, 2 league titles, 1 domestic cup, 1 continental cup. The biggest win was 6-0 over Lincoln, and that was only last season. The biggest defeat early on, 5-0 to Stevenage. We don't really do a lot of transfers, but 50 odd million there. What was that for Gregorian? Total earnings, nearly 5 million. Pretty good win-loss record there for Riley McLean. But that is it. That is the Bromley Youth Edition done. I'm not sure what the next video on this channel is. I am obviously in between getting pieces and money for the new PC, so I don't want to start like a proper series until the new PC comes. So I might look at if there's some sort of short idea I can come up with to start recording, maybe like a 1 season challenge or maybe some rebuilds or something like that. There will be some content, don't worry about that. I'll try and get a couple of videos out while we wait for the new PC and we can get stuck into something else. But there we go, Youth Edition done. What are we in May? So what did we start this end of September? It's always a long series, but for anyone that's been here since the start, or if you've just joined us in the journey along the way, if you're still here, I do appreciate it. We'll see you in the next one. I'm Sparring DK. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and you have a good one.
The Sparring DK channel now has Patreon, and if you feel like just going that little extra step to help, the channel grow, you can go across to the website, pledge your allegiance to myself, and for $1 a month, you're basically putting it in a jar and allowing for us to go and buy some more beers and record some more beer drinking episodes. Thank you very much to the current lads that have gone ahead and supported the channel. Absolutely tremendous to see anybody willing just to give that $1 a month at this stage. I cannot thank you from the bottom of my heart.
you really will make a difference in the future. So jump across there if you're that way inclined to the Patreon channel, sign up today, and we'll see if we can get some extra beer drinking episodes for you at home. Now, if you are looking for some more content, we've got a couple of videos, one here, and if you want to subscribe, there's a button right there. So go ahead, subscribe, and you'll be notified when the videos go live. Make sure you put on that notifications bell. We'll see you next time.